Hello, and welcome to Very Kimberly, the healed side of codependency. Did you know that there's a reason why you sometimes feel, or you sometimes might feel, like everything is still out of control in your life, even though you are leaning into God? When Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest," in Matthew 11:28 and 30. This means that God understands that situations and circumstances in life happen beyond our control. But when bad things do happen in our lives or in the lives of people we care about, we can get stuck in that worry even after surrendering it to God. But see, when we do worry, surrendering to that out of control trauma response deep inside, then what we are really doing is desiring and seeking to have that complete control over our own lives, and sometimes the lives of others, instead of letting go and trusting God to have that control. It's like saying, "Jesus, take the wheel," but then saying, "Never mind, you can just sit shotgun and give suggestions." Remember in my previous video where I talked about a codependent's false need for control? So, even if you are trying to surrender all the chaos in your life to God, even if you are consistently seeking the Lord's guidance in every aspect of your life, you can still be left with this overwhelming feeling that your life is completely out of control, which has a tendency to pull us who struggle with codependency and complex PTSD right back into survival mode and prompt those old mindsets and behaviors. And if this is you right now, I strongly encourage you to keep doing that. Keep giving your cares to God, even if you feel stuck in this worry loop in your mind. Why do we do this? Why do we continue to worry after giving our cares and burdens to God? Well, our minds get trapped in this constant state of worry slash control seeking because somewhere along the line we were subject to some pretty destructive repercussions from dysfunction. And then possibly gaslit by someone or maybe multiple people in our past to think it was our fault and our worth as a person was questioned or blamed. But one of the biggest reasons why we get stuck worrying and trying to retake control is because people struggling with codependency often believe that it is their duty or responsibility to have that control, even if it is really beyond their own human ability. This can sometimes come from being parentified as a child, sometimes being punished for not living up to that little adult dysfunctional role. But see, the word responsibility consists of two words: response and ability. It is your response to your ability to do something. So, if you do not really possess the ability to control certain things that happen in your life, like how someone behaves or lives in their own lives, or however the enemy chooses to attack you in your own life, then it is not your responsibility. And therefore, you don't have to have that control. When you carry this burden of responsibility for things that only God can control, it becomes very, very heavy. And I believe God allows things to kind of seem out of control in our lives so that we can accurately see that He is truly the one who is in control. God is answering our prayers, even if the end results haven't appeared yet, and we can't see or feel any progress with our own human senses. I remember in my own healing journey just being flabbergasted by the fact that I kept praying, Lord, I surrender all of my cares and problems and worries to you. But then I would just keep feeling that worry. It just would not go away. But then I heard the Holy Spirit whisper, it's because you're still carrying it. See, even though I was surrendering the problem to God, acknowledging that He was the one in control of my life, somewhere deep inside, I still felt like it was my responsibility. But as a Christian, my response was in my ability to give it or them to God and trust Him to work it out in His timing and in His way. But beyond that, it was not my responsibility to continue to carry it. It was, in fact, fulfilling my responsibility by giving all my cares and burdens to God and trusting in His timing. My part was done. This is when Matthew 11:28 through 30 started to make a lot of sense. And I finally started to feel that weight being lifted. So, if you are continuing to feel that worry, even after you've given it to God, can I encourage you today? You do not have to carry the weight of responsibility for things that are beyond your control anymore. You've already given it to God. You've already acknowledged that He is the only one in control. Your responsibility in the matter is done. You can mark that off your checklist. Now, all you have to do is receive the rest that Jesus offers, knowing, trusting, and believing that no matter what battle you are facing, He's already won. I hope that this video was a blessing to you, and until next time, this is Very Kimberly encouraging you to keep striving to be on the healed side of codependency.